What's going on, guys? It's Luke here. Two trades today. Let me actually take all this, put all this stuff back on the chart. We had two, or actually three trades. We had a break even, we had a win, and then I just had a scalp win. I don't really count that, but I'm going to go over it anyway because I thought it was a great trade still. So coming into the day, what was I looking for? I was still favoring bullish, obviously with the higher time frame bullish trend, but we had a ton of draws higher, and we had this 4-hour unfilled as our main sell side draw on liquidity. So what happens? Market opens up, and it initially manipulates to the upside, and then we start dumping down. Now, am I going to short this 930 candle? No, it's already taken out the break-even point. I'm just not a fan of shorting that. It's just too big of a candle for me personally. From there, we get a pullback into this 3-minute. We actually start respecting it. We edged this 4-hour gap, but I was being careful here. I didn't want to short because we had a bullish S&T kind of forming with ES. But we kept respecting this 3-minute gap. I did figure we'd potentially flush lower, but I wanted to be cautious. From there, we get this 1 minute. This was a great short. I honestly just missed it. I don't know why I didn't take it. I was just kind of hesitant. This would have been a great short if you shorted that 1 minute displacement. I think you get, no, there's no inversion there, but you could have targeted CE, and that would have been a great 2.3R trade. From there, price comes down to CE, the 4-hour, and we start trying to push up. So I'm expecting, I either want to see price continue to flush lower and look for continuations down towards this next 4-hour unfilled, or I want to see recovery, right? So once I start to see this 5-minute get inversed, I'm starting to think, okay, we're probably going to want to push higher. We have a 930 wick we can target and all this stuff like that, right? Oh, and market opened up and it respected this 15. I forgot to say that, but I'm going to take that off right now. So from here, I seen we inverse this 5-minute. We got a nice retrace right here. So I was like just bullish at this point. I'm like, okay, we could probably run these internal highs right here. We have 930 wick above. So this was my first long entry. This was a little bit more discretional. I don't know if we had a retrace here into a gap. No. So we inversed this 5-minute. We came back in and we retraced into it. We kind of tapped in and respected it. From there, we got a 3-minute CISD. I just knew volume was bullish. So I went break even really quick at these internal highs right here. And I was looking to target the 930 wick, but obviously price came down and wicked me out. But I was still confident in, price trading higher. So I was like, okay, I'm probably just going to re-enter right here anyway. I should have just honestly held that trade and I would have been fine. And I would have had a much better risk reward, but it is what it is. From there, price pulls back and it respects this 5-minute gap and also this 3-minute, it was this 3-minute and this 5-minute right here. So we come back in, we're respecting this gap. What I noticed, I get stopped out break even and I want to take a re-entry at this point. So I see this 1-minute inverse right here. So I take this. So I get stopped break even on this candle at 1052. And then I re-enter right here at 1054. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to hold this and I want to go break even probably at these internal highs right here. Let me just mark that out. So initially price wicks down, and since I was trading today with my Lucid accounts, I've been so used to trading on Top Step, dragging the stop loss. I forgot to honestly set my stop. So I see price wick down, and if you actually look on MNQ, it actually wicked down pretty far. I was like, what the hell is going on? And then it just automatically wicked back up. So I got super lucky on that because, again, I didn't have my stop placed. So once price came back up and we got this bullish close here, I just ran my stop below this wick. Ideally, it would have been, it's hard to say. I probably would have gotten stopped. Honestly, I got insanely lucky. I probably would have had it. I think I had it marked below the 5-minute candle, actually. The 5-minute wick, I had it below. So I probably would have, I don't know, because of MNQ, I probably would have just been stopped out. So I got very lucky. So anyway, price came down. Didn't have the stop. Got very, very lucky because price wicked up super fast. And yeah, we got that bullish close back to the upside. Ran my stop below. Went break even on this push right here at 1102 after we took these internal highs. Because at this point, I'm expecting price to continue to flush higher. There should be no reason it should sweep this high and then continue back down. So I go break even here. I'm targeting the 930 wick and higher. Again, we are in bullish order flow, so I want to see price flush higher. I marked out all these draws on liquidity, which I expect to potentially get taken out. So I took partial number 1 at the 930 wick. Again, I usually don't partial like crazy like this, but the reason why is because it's past 11 a.m. So I'm trying to secure some profits at least. This is not normally a time that I trade at. So I took a partial here, took a partial in the middle of these highs, and then took another partial. No. I took my first partial here, second partial at just around right before London high, and then I trailed my stop, and I got trailed out at, I think it was right around here. 483. I had my stop below these lows, or 471, one around there. Regardless, the total trade at the peak was probably around like this, like 2.5 R or so. So yeah, I think that like the final runner that I closed out was somewhere in and around here. I'll have to check the executions, and then my trailing stop got hit here. But running it back from the top, price came down to this 4 hour. We're respecting CE. We look at ES. ES is also respecting CE, the 4 hour. So I'm expecting price to continue higher. From there, you could see that we're shifting from bearish to bullish. We get this inverse of this 5 minute right here. First entry, again, 3 minute CISD. I get stopped to break even after going break even at these internal highs. Second entry, we retrace into this 5 minute and 3 minute gap. We get a 1 minute inversion out. Again, I get lucky and don't get stopped. And then from there, we end up displacing break even on this candle as it displaces through the internal high. I'm expecting price to flush higher. Partial number 1 at the 930 wick. Partial number 2 just shy of London, and then trailing stop was taken out somewhere in and around here. So I was going to be done with that, but then I have my Top Step accounts, which I'm just scraping winning days because I have a huge balance built on them anyway. So I seen price pull back here into this 15-minute gap, and I was like, okay, we still have another draw higher at 26.511, and then we have 26.547. So I seen price respect this 15-minute, and obviously in this bullish market, what are we expecting? Price to pull back. I made a video on this yesterday. I want price to pull back into gaps and just continue to displace higher. So out of this 15-minute gap, I was looking for a simple entry confirmation. Yeah, this looks messy, but anyway, let me hide these lines. Let me just hide these really quick. So I took this 1 minute inversion right here, which was the candle closure at 11:34. It just barely inversed. I think there was a 3 minute, which was the highest time frame inversion, but I just took the 1 minute because I was confident in this. I ran my stop right here. Really took this with 2 micros just for a scrape of 150 day. That was literally it. And TP, I ended up getting out again around 150, and 527 was my exit. So that's pretty much it, guys. I went quick break even also at this internal high. Executions are on the Discord. Let me pull them up. This was the trade. You can see the break even. I got to take a better picture, and this was the scale out. And then this was the winning trade just for a quick scalp. Again, $150 just to secure another winning day. So that's it from you guys. 3 trades, a break even, a win, and then this one, I don't really count this, but I thought it was a good trade regardless. It's a simple continuation. Again, in a trending market, we pull back into a 15-minute gap. We get an inverse. Again, highest time frame inverse would have been this 3 minute. So if you did take this, you could have still scraped a 1-to-1. But again, I take the 1 minute, stops below over here, and just go. It's like 1.28 R. Nothing crazy. So that's it from you guys. We'll be back at it tomorrow. We'll see what we can end the week off with, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.